Thanks for tuning back in, guys. Like I said on the last video, I had to cut half of the Venom video out because we went on some serious non-Venom related tangents. So we were going to pick the video up right here in the middle of one of our conversations. So I apologize for there not being any setup, but it really was the best point for us to jump in on this. So I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks. Guess when they were reviewing that movie?
God. That sounds fun.
But they loved that movie, and maybe it was just because she was a guest, they like totally changed it, but like...
honestly, like, that's a movie you watch for the same reason you go to watch Venom.
Yes.
You want to watch a really bad movie.
But you watch that movie because you're like, you know what, it's on TV and I didn't have to pay money for it.
Right. Well, I mean, I think part of the reason why I wanted to go see Venom was so I could do this afterwards. Because I wanted to just kind of poop all over it.
Sorry. How about that turd in the wind thing? That's the worst dialogue ever.
I'm gonna eat your legs, and I'm gonna eat your arms, and I'm gonna eat your head, and then you're gonna be a turd rolling in the wind.
That's the perfect description of this movie. This movie was a turd in the wind. This movie was a turd in the wind.
It's like, can I go now?
I mean, with clever writing like that, how could you not want to see more? This is like, you know, Up with Snakes on a Plane clever.
Not to mention, you leave the body. Snakes on a Plane was amazing.
Really
that was one of my favorite experiences in a movie theater ever. Didn't the movie theater you started people were throwing snakes?
Yeah, people were throwing rubber snakes.
Like rubber snakes in the audience. Like, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People yell. I mean, honestly, it was the best movie theater experience of my life.
The best I've ever had, and I think you were there too, was when we saw 300.
Kick him in the hole!
Oh, it's the best! It's the best! Literally, like 5 rows back from us during that scene, because it gets all quiet, and Leonidas is deciding what to do, and like, he just kicks, and he turns around and kicks, he kicks him in the hole, and like, we knew it was coming because it was in the trailers, and then literally this dude 5 rows back from us just goes, kick him in the hole! When it's all quiet, the whole theater erupts in laughter. We don't even hear the dialogue anymore, and then he gets kicked in the hole.
Then everyone cheers.
I mean, honestly, you gotta like that. I mean, for me, Snakes on a Plane was great because it was right when Anchorman came out, and there was a moment like that for me in that movie where you had Champ Kine flying the plane, right? The actor who plays Champ Kine.
Whammy!
That's exactly what I yelled out as soon as the snake got him and he went down the hole.
He lives! He fucking lives! Champ Kine!
It cuts. You don't see him for a long ass time.
I gotta watch that movie again because there's so much of that movie I don't remember.
Dude, there's so many movies that I keep trying to get Sarah to watch like bad movies with me. I'm like, watch bad movies with me, and then we're gonna do a podcast about them because they're like, I want your reaction to them because I love them because they're so bad. But as somebody who's going to hate this movie, I want to see how much you hate it.
Well, I mean, the big thing about Snakes on a Plane, like, if, I don't know how it was, but like, as soon as Sam Jackson, I'm sick and tired of these motherfucking planes on this motherfucking plane.
Erupted.
Literally. Rubber snakes in the air.
That might have been one of the first movies Sarah and I went and saw as a couple, actually. Snakes on a Plane. We saw Clerks 2.
That movie probably got you laid.
Clerks 2. I don't know if it did. That actually probably hurt my chances with her at the time. It was like Clerks 2 and like Snakes on a Plane. That was like the first 2 movies. Those are the first 2 movies I took her to, and like she stuck with me. So.
Well, it would be great though. It was like, yeah, third date, getting laid. He's got snakes looking, hiding in the bed as a joke. She freaks out and leaves.
Yeah.
You know, funny enough, so we have, my daughter's got a Tickle Me Elmo, right, upstairs, and like...
Totally has to do with snakes.
No. hiding snakes in the bed just made me think of that.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But like, so the other night it was just kicking around the hall, and I sat it on like this table we have in the hallway, and she came around the corner, she saw the eyes looking at her, and she got scared, and she told me that, and then literally I was like immediately like putting it in the bathroom and like setting it up in weird places to try and scare her. Like, I don't know why, it was like my first thought is like, you should not have told me that thing scared you. And then she's all clever, because I knew she would have seen it, because I came upstairs and I heard her in the bathroom, like, she found the Elmo. And then I went to my side of the bed, and I noticed the sheets were pulled up, like, the Elmo's under my foot. And I pulled it, I'm like, yeah, I'm real funny. Didn't scare me at all, but like... Oh,
spoiler alert.
God. Yeah, that was so, like, Snakes on a Plane's, like, great. That's a great movie.
I know.
Way better than Venom.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, if you've watched this podcast this long, you didn't care about the Venom review. You wanted everything else we said, which... good for you.
Yeah. This is the best part of it. Honestly, anyone who actually watches my podcast, if they're watching like as soon as the Venom stuff, like this movie probably blows anyways. And we're talking about this other fun stuff. This is like what it should be
I know.
all about.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go on the digital record now saying how ashamed I am of the Predator review for not having you guys rubbing oiled biceps in the middle of that.
Yeah, well, like I said, I told Roberto that we needed to do that. I told him we needed to do like a thumb war or something.
Yeah.
He was like, it'd be better if we just cut to the obvious Arnold and Carl Weathers arms, especially because neither of us are black. So it was like really funny, but.
The best is I remember seeing like Predator on like TBS or something like fucking 10 years ago, and it was on there. And like it was the part when like
This is great because all of my podcasts from now on are going to have to reference Predator in some way. So this is great. Keep going.
it was like the part was like Arnold's like falling down the hill. I don't know. If
Yeah.
And like he's like, oh shit! They dumped out and say, oh shit! And he's like, oh mustard! He's like, falling mustard. I swear to God, I'll never forget it.
Now I'm even more annoyed I'm more annoyed that you didn't come to see Predator with us.
Oh, mustard! He like falls down the hill, and it's like totally like not his voice. Like it's someone else. Like they use a totally like non-Austrian guy's voice to fucking.
That's amazing. You know what movie has an awesome dub track is Hot Fuzz.
Like on TV? I've never seen it on TV.
I think they even had it on the DVD at the time. It was like, peas and rice instead of Jesus Christ. And like, there's just a bunch of weird stuff in like that in there.
Yeah, I remember like some Kevin Smith movies having amazing on TV ones. Like I want to say Jay and Silent, or maybe Mallrats has got a what is it? It's like Jay says at one point in Mallrats like gonna smoke a fat chronic blunt, and I want to say they changed it to like gonna hit him with a fast ninja punch. It's like it works. It works for like the setup like of his mouth, but like it's like so obviously dubbed.
I kind of want someone to just make an actual Hollywood movie with that intentional error.
Just dubs.
Yeah. Just like instead of curses, let's be as creative as we can with the dub track, and like an obvious not that actor's voice over like in the thing, so you get the oh mustard moment.
Yeah. Speaking of the oh mustard moment, do you even notice that like, and I said this in Roberto's podcast, but do you even notice that when he's going off that cliff, like the first shot of like what's right below him, all rocks. It's all rocks for like 50 feet. And then there's water, and then the next shot is him like clearly hitting the water. But like he was not sliding down that hill fast enough to clear 50 feet of rock.
It's been too long. I mean, the one thing I will say about Carl Weathers and his oiled up bicep, I got all excited for Creed 2 because of the trailers. That was probably my favorite moment of the whole movie tonight.
What? Just talking about Creed 2?
Getting to see the trailer for Creed 2, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, Creed 2 looks awesome.
It looks so good. It makes all my like America wins the Cold War happy jeans.
It's funny because you don't even have to show any more trailers for that movie. Not the one we saw tonight, but the original trailer where it just literally is who's he fighting? We don't even know who he's fighting, like Creed 2, and then it's just the backspin to Drago written on the back of the guy's like whatever the onesie they come in the robe or whatever. I was like literally at work when I saw it, I went, oh shit, at my desk and stood up. And people were like, what is it? I'm like, the Creed 2 trailer, they just showed Drago. Like,
man,
what?
I don't know how they top it after this, like, because I don't really care if he fights like Tommy Gunn's kid after this one.
Tommy Gunn didn't have kids, he had AIDS and he died. Plus, Rocky beat him up in the streets. So
I know.
Did you ever see Creed?
AIDS and he died.
Like Apollo?
No. Did you ever watch Creed?
Like the band?
Yes.
Did you
see Scott Stapp and Mark Tremonti like killing it on stage?
No, I never saw Creed.
Dude, that's a movie you should watch. That's really good.
Do you like the Rocky movies?
Hate them.
Oh, there's no point. Don't watch it. I mean, it's that simple.
It's literally, aside from like, what do you think is the best Rocky movie?
Best Rocky movie? I mean, Rocky 4 is timeless for me.
People always say that. Rocky 4 is one that people are good at, and it is amazing. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, listen, I watched 1 and 2 are like really good movies. They just are. Mm-hmm. But Rocky 4 like has all the fun parts of
Rocky. You know what it is? I'm sorry, not to cut you off.
It's the camp factor.
Rocky 4 is like, okay, Sylvester Stallone's this big action style. Let's make this like literally a superhero movie with Sylvester Stallone fighting this unbelievably giant Russian guy.
And plus, like, how can you fault a movie that ended the Cold War?
It didn't end the Cold War.
It totally ended
the Cold War. You're fucking full of shit. You're always saying that.
Because it did. Ivan Drago goes down. Russia goes down. Coincidence? I don't think so.
So what are you saying that that Creed 2 could end the what's going
the
on?
Mueller investigation. November 21st. You heard it here first.
It's gonna end. What's your favorite Rocky movie?
In Bullwinkle.
Rocky and Bullwinkle.
So if Drago wins, that means I guess
I don't know.
didn't do anything.
I kind of like Rocky 2.
Yeah, Rocky 2 is too. See, everybody loves. I was watching Rocky 1 the other day. That's like a fucking rape movie. Rocky 1.
Well,
he literally, like, Adrian's like, I don't want anything to do with you, and he's like, we just like fucking make out a little bit.
Come on, my house, take your shirt off, take your pants off, come on.
She's like, I really should leave. He's like, let me just fucking lock this door really quick. What do you think about these turtles? Remember I bought these turtles?
They cuff you to the bed.
Yeah, I don't age well in the hashtag Me Too movement.
Oh, it's horrible,
Yeah.
dude. Adrian is a
She's a victim.
She's a victim. She is a victim.
But you see, this is why it's so confusing for white guys, I guess, or any guys, because like after that goes down, she's down to fuck every time afterwards.
Yeah. Dude, she's got, what's it called? Stockholm Syndrome.
Oh, you think so?
She's got Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, it went away like in like.
Well, I suppose, I mean, because I always felt like there's, I mean, they don't really say it, but her and Paulie have such a weird relationship as brother and sister that I'm like, maybe rapey Rocky's a little better than your home life with your potentially, like, molesty brother. So, but, like, seriously, that movie, and the fights, obviously, the fight's good, and Kyle Weathers kills it as Apollo Creed, always.
He's awesome. Yeah.
But, my favorite Rocky movie is Rocky 3. And I know it's crazy, but if you watch
Amazing Thunderlips.
if you watch the other, like, all other Rocky movies, gets his ass handed to him every single fight. He doesn't know how to fight. He's a terrible boxer.
Oh well, Rocky.
But in Rocky 3,
But-
Apollo Creed teaches him to fight, like really fight.
And-
When he fights Mr. T the second time around, dude, he beats the shit out of Mr. T.
Well, that's the
Also-
irony between Rocky 3 and Rocky 4.
He forgets how to fight completely.
It's also like Mickey dies, like, so then he ends up getting his fucking ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know how to fight when he fights him the first time. It's typical. Ooh, hit me. Ooh, I'm left-handed. Like, that's literally Rocky 3 in the beginning. And then,
Doesn't he die? Mickey die right before the first fight?
Yeah, Mr. T pushes him and he has a heart attack.
Well, how about Rocky 2 though, where like he learns to fight right-handed?
Oh yeah.
And Mickey goes, "All right, time for the switch kid." He's like, "No, I ain't winning with no tricks, Mick."
But he does switch.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does, because Mickey yells at him. Mickey
No.
yells, "Watch the movie," because Mickey yells, "Now, Rock!" and he switches back to left-handed and fucks him up.
I mean, he's throwing left-handed haymakers both thighs, but he's always leading with the right hand. He's always got the right hand.
He
cocked.
yells now and he switches. That's how he beats him in
And
Rocky
they
2.
yell now, and then he just throws a bunch of non-realistic punches in every Rocky movie.
That's true, but that's the
So, I
point.
mean, like,
He says he's not going to switch, and Mickey says to him, "Don't be an idiot. You're switching." And he goes, "All right."
I'll have to rewatch that.
I'm telling you, he switches because there's no
But
point.
maybe the dialogue stuck in my head, and you're right, and I'm wrong.
Yeah, it could be. I've watched Rocky a lot recently, actually, for some reason. But
I have to watch him at least once a year.
But in Rocky 3, he literally fights Mr. T the second time. Mr. T doesn't even hit him.
No.
Because all of a sudden Rocky's like, "Oh my god, I can move my feet in the ring? I can move around?" And
It's
like
Tom Brady 3 years ago, and he's like, "Oh, I'm getting crushed in the pocket."
and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh my god, I have legs! I have legs!"
Yeah.
It's like, it's not Rock'em Sock'em Robot. It's
Yeah,
like,
I know.
literally, you can be like, because Mr. T's like, "Oh, I can't hit this. What the fuck?
I
This
remember
guy's
that
not
Tom
moving
Brady.
around."
They're like, you're like, yeah, he's done. He can't even move his feet anymore. Then like the bye week happens, and he's like, I can dance. So,
true.
maybe I'm like
Which
guys,
honestly, dude, if you're a quarterback getting clobbered, like the first thing you should think of is like, I need to like work on my ability to read situations and move.
There's only two athletes I've ever seen with that gene. It's Michael Jordan and Tom Brady. They're like, I don't care how old I am. I'm going to get better every year. Fuck it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as much as I want Tom Brady to
Dude, I'm
lose,
glad
just
you
go
just brought on the
Steelers.
Patriots drop because I want people to actually believe that I'm like from Boston area, so that's good.
Well, I mean, you probably should be doing this. I'm a Steelers fan.
I know, right?
Now that's how I screwed you
Dude,
over.
I have so many. By the way, so many people recently that I have like met and have been and like seen like on social media and stuff like that are like randomly from Pittsburgh or like love Pittsburgh. It's crazy. Like I
I
never.
have a huge fan base.
But you were like the only person I ever met in my entire life until recently
Yeah,
who's like actually from Pittsburgh that like or from that area that like loves like the Steelers and like all Pittsburgh teams.
I mean, I had kids, so I barely watch sports now. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean that definitely happened.
Dude, I had time to sit down and watch the Bruins opener the other
That
day.
must have really sucked.
It was awful, dude. Like, come on, you coming to me with like this is the first time I've had to sit down and just watch a Bruins game, and you come out with this bullshit.
I know.
God, dude, Tuukka Rask sucks.
Oh, I know. I feel so much happier. I'm a Penguins fan.
I know. Well, fuck you. All right, not every team can be like, we have all these great talents who are going to keep undercutting their own salary because they want to play with all these other good players. Chicago does that too.
It works for us.
The Patriots.
The Patriots have that. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the Patriots.
All they did was that Josh Gordon for nothing.
Yeah.
But the Patriots also like will have players that like they should keep and they get rid of.
Tom Brady could have gotten so much more money than he's made, and he's taking pay cut after pay cut.
Not anymore. It's been for years now. For like at least 5 years, he's taking the money.
Well, when Matthew Stafford is getting a salary like he's getting,
yeah, but that's ridiculous though. Matthew Stafford shouldn't be getting that money.
But post career, who's going to make more money, Tom Brady or Matthew Stafford?
Well,
Tom Brady can do anything he wants.
I think he's like an owner in Under Armour. Like a
Tom Brady.
Yeah. So
he's got that. He's his whole TB12 thing.
His wife.
But who's really doing TB12? It's like $1,000 a year to subscribe to that.
There's some super fans out there.
That's crazy. I'll be like, dude, just have some almonds.
But Nelson brings up a really good point here because the fact that like his wife, like what he makes is like literally nickels,
pennies compared to Giselle.
I know. So he doesn't. So like he kind of has an advantage over every other athlete in the league, where he's like, well, my wife makes multi-millions of dollars every year, so like I can just play anywhere I want because I want to.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I know.
That she makes that much money. She's not even hot. She isn't. Do you think Giselle's
from
hot?
Boston? I
don't care. She's not from Boston.
No.
Do you think Giselle's hot?
She is now, at least, right? She's been here for like 10, 12 years.
The hottest thing about Giselle Bundchen is she fucks Tom Brady.
I was gonna say possibly her fake tits, but
she has fake boobs now.
I think they were always fake.
I never saw her as somebody who had like
that whole area of the world. You pretty much have to assume plastic surgery first.
I don't know. She's always but a lot of supermodels aren't like that though. A lot of them are like just they care about the slim figure.
The reason why she was popular at times.
This podcast is crazy, by the way.
I know.
The topics we were touching on are crazy, but I love it. So let's keep going with it.
Well, I mean, the thing about her, right, is like she was tall. She's got the rest of the model.
I already don't like her.
Well, what about Dave? How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
6'2"? Yeah. Nelly and I are like 5'8", like on good days with like tall shoes. So for us.
But I mean, but she had tits. She had tits before what's her face, Kate Upton, was on the scene.
Dude,
Kate Upton.
She didn't have Kate. She didn't have Kate Upton.
No, but those were like the boobs before Kate Upton came on the scene. Is what I'm telling you.
Giselle Bundchen?
Yeah.
Are you googling it?
There wasn't many supermodels with like nice racks at that time.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly I've never been much into.
We went from Rocky Rape to talking about girls' boobs.
I know.
I was pulling up Kate Upton because now I want to see her boobs.
You can find Nelly at
hand check.
Probably get a local prison.
I'm just gonna slide over and do one of these.
No, it's
you got that Jergens? What?
Jergens.
No,
They should really rebrand to Jerkins.
It really should be.
I'm just saying.
That's a lot of that. I mean, that's like its number one use, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have, what is it, like dry hands?
Yeah.
What's Jergens actually for? I only know Jergens as the joke
Jerkins.
Reference for what people use it for.
Yeah, Jerkins.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
That's how little I use Jergens.
It's like Gold Bond should do the same thing. It's for your balls.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, athlete's foot's a lie.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's
powder your nuts.
It's for really hot days.
Yeah, exactly. Gold Bond, powder your nuts.
So what?
Were you worried about brand placement at this point? Because now we screwed that up. Too.
No, it's fine as long as we don't have Gold Bond kicking around.
Well,
don't worry. The cans are turned. We did a good job.
Okay.
My can has been turned the whole time. Nobody can tell that this is.
My only problem is I'm out of cans.
I know. I wish I brought.
I'm looking at a nice pair of cans right here.
And that's the show. No.
If you like it, support it. $1 a show.
What do you guys look? What do you guys? These will be the final thoughts. We'll wrap this up. What are you guys looking forward to for the rest of the year, movie wise, that you want to go and see?
I'm at Creed 2 at this point. Yeah.
Just Creed 2?
Yeah. I mean, what else? I'm trying to think of what's coming up. I know I'm not a big Transformers fan. Bumblebee looked better.
Sherlock Holmes.
You mean Watson and Holmes?
Whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah. Oh, with
John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell. That looks horrible.
It's probably gonna be hilarious.
It probably is gonna be hilarious.
You know, after what they did to me with Anchorman sequel, I have zero hope for it because it's been too long since Step Brothers.
But it's not like a sequel to that. It's like a different movie. So that's why like Anchorman 2, they like it's a.
I mean, I just feel like it's trying to catch thunder in a bottle that was Step Brothers. Like
well,
10 years too
they
late.
did like Talladega Nights together.
That was before Step Brothers, though.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I can tell getting it. Right
I hope-
there. It's one of
I
my
mean-
display ones. My camera never goes that high, so it doesn't even matter. But
I hope they do.
Yeah.
I hope it is funny because I
think it's gonna be
really
bad.
enjoy
But
it.
And
even if
I-
it is bad, I bet you'll still laugh.
oh, definitely. That's
It's like,
I mean, I think Venom might be funnier. I'm just saying.
yeah. What about you? Do you really Holmes and Watson? Is that your number one?
yeah.
Wow.
I honestly can't even think of anything else.
You know, what movie's coming out that's crazy is they have that movie, The Mortal Engines. It's like a Peter Jackson driven movie
Yeah, I don't know
with
what to
like
think about
cities
that.
moving on like giant.
I don't know what to think.
Cars,
About that. I mean, they
basically.
got Lord of the Rings budget attached to it.
I've never even heard of this property.
Me neither.
Like, what the hell is it? And I've only seen one trailer for it once.
And honestly, everything I've seen about
It comes out in like a month.
Everything I've seen about it makes me think Maze Runner. So I don't really think
When I first saw
care.
the preview, I thought it was like, oh, is this the second fucking Road Warrior?
That's what I thought it was too. It looked like it was to be a Mad Max movie, but it's not.
No.
I've never heard anything about it. It's supposed to be this big budget thing that's people are attached to.
Yeah, I haven't seen many commercials or anything for it though.
It's literally I saw one trailer one time at one movie over the summer, and I've never seen anything else.
I haven't seen trailers of a few movies I've actually been
The
to.
worst thing about the rest of this year, so the Bumblebee movie and Aquaman both come out on the same day. And originally this Alita Battle
Aquaman.
Angel movie.
Aquaman's this year. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Alita Battle Angel was supposed to come out on that day too, all on December 21st.
What?
Alita Battle Angel.
What the shit is that?
What?
It's like a anime
that English?
or it's like a manga book that they turned into a movie. It's like this robot chick
Are they
with
trying to do
goofy
like
ass
the-
big eyes, and she's like fight. It basically looks like Mega Man if the main character was like a
So they're trying to
brunette
do,
chick.
what was the ghost? They're trying to do this
Ghost in the Shell?
It's very similar to that.
That nobody watched anyways.
Very similar to that. Well,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe in Asia, but I mean that's different among movie crowd, so maybe that's what they're making it.
You know what shot Ghost in the Shell in the foot?
Yeah.
It was the fact that Scarlett Johansson wasn't
Not Asian.
fully nude in the movie.
I would say not Asian.
As a dude who grew up like being like, oh my god, Ghost in the Shell, I don't want my mom to see me watching this fucking movie.
I actually think, listen, I joke about it, but I actually think it makes a difference because if that movie probably sold better in Asia, so if you had an Asian lead, it probably would have sold even better.
Right.
I mean,
Although if Scarlett Johansson was naked,
That would have brought a lot of seats and butts.
I would have probably
Butts
I probably
and
would have
seats,
seen
rather.
it like a dozen times.
well, I don't know, that one where she's naked in Scotland didn't sell well, so I don't know.
What movie's that?
Yeah, look at me right
It's
this
on
down.
Netflix right now. I can't remember.
Do you know the name of this movie?
I don't know.
But which one? There's so many. Which one?
Are you talking about? It's weird because immediately
This is
my
an X-rated podcast. I'll tell you later. I don't remember the name of it. I can't. Under the Skin or something like that.
well, that's what's her face should have. I see. I won't even see. I think
she gets naked on that one. If you really.
I think
care.
Jennifer Lawrence is like amazing, and and she did that movie Red Sparrow, where apparently she's like naked the whole movie, and the movie looks so bad that I was like, I'm just gonna go back to the fappening and look around.
Oh man, the thing about Red Sparrow is it looks like it's like the
that
Black
where-
Widow origin.
It is. It's the same movie. Apparently,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, that's
Isn't
what
there
it
a
looks
fucking name in like Hunger Games? What the fuck's her name in the Hunger Games? Is she called
Katniss,
No, is she called like something else? The fucking
Mockingjay.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Never mind.
That's really tough.
That's
Nellie's like,
something to do with a fucking
Nellie's like, let
bird.
me drop this one thing. You've ever even seen the Hunger Games movies? I feel like you haven't.
I can't believe you went fappening still. I'm still reeling from that.
I've seen the Hunger Games every fucking night. Starving.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, this podcast is gonna make you any money, so I'll be all right with that.
So be ready to be hungry.
Yeah, but so these movies are all dropping on the 21st. Alita Battle Angel moved to February, which is smart.
November 21st or December?
December 21st,
Okay.
right? Bumblebee and Aquaman are still on that same day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn, you guys like are gonna like really need one of you needs to jump to another day. Aquaman's not gonna. I think
Aquaman doesn't have to. I think Bumblebee is the one that's going to get
So
hurt.
I think Bumblebee looks fantastic. And I know you don't care for the Transformers, but I love the G1 character designs, and I'm like, if this reboots the whole franchise, I'm on board.
Wait, so this
But-
tie into the other ones? No.
Very like design-wise for Bumblebee, yes. But I think that their plan is if this movie does well, the director who's doing this is the guy who did that Kubo and the Two Strings movie. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. So he's like an animation director. Like he's like so he's really on board with that. And they're saying they're trying to push for like this tone of like what Transformers should have been. So
I mean, the problem with Transformers is they were really long and boring movies.
Michael Bay doesn't know how to tell a story that connects to people. All he knows how to do is like, this looks cool, action shot, explosion when there shouldn't be explosions. Optimus Prime rolls into a grassy field.
The thing is, Michael Bay is what Zack Snyder wishes he could be. So
Zack Snyder is much better at telling stories than Michael Bay is.
No.
But even having said that,
explain it.
no, he is. He is better.
Terrible.
He's
He's the worst.
No.
So if you line up the recent Michael Bay movies, if you line up Michael Bay movies from Bad Boys 2 and on, oh, something just died. The camera just died.
I think so.
Whatever. This one's
blinking at us.
That's all good. This one's gonna continue as just vocals until I can fix that.
Okay.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
What?
Bad Boys. Michael Bay movies from
That's what we should be doing.
Michael Bay movies from Bad Boys 2 and on are literally trash. And I would argue that some of Zack Snyder's movies are.
What's better? What's good since 300?
I like Man of Steel. I know you don't like Man of Steel.
That movie is horrible.
Man of Steel's good. Batman vs Superman could have been good, but it's still better. It's still better than Michael Bay's The Island or
I'll pick Bad Boys
the Transformers
2 over
movie.
those.
Bad Boys 2 is the jump off point where Michael Bay stops being good.
You're picking after Bad Boys.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Michael Bay do Gone in 60 Seconds?
I'd watch the first Transformers over both those.
The first Transformers movie, I'd give you the first Transformers movie because the first one actually was like original.
I mean, Shia LaBeouf's a bigger problem than Michael Bay in that one, but
that was a simple enough story too, as where the rest of them just get out of control. But
way out of control.
But the
Mark Wahlberg one, I literally
horrible.
had to take a nap in the middle of it and wake up and be like, "Is this not over? The fuck?"
Yeah, they go forever.
Yeah,
they
went full Pearl
There's no
Harbor.
continuity either. There's
Is
no
this where the
continuity.
trees kill everybody?
That's
Yeah, pretty much.
Shyamalan.
Yeah,
That's a
pretty much.
Shyamalan.
No, I'm gonna stick with what he said.
The trees are killing the Transformers. You're thinking of Beast Machines. No,
Beast Wars was sick. Where's that Transformers movie?
They're not gonna do.
I'd rather just watch it.
Yeah. Do you have them? Right? Don't you own the DVDs? Beast Wars.
I have like season 2, which is great because
We need Optimus Prime.
season 1.
That's what we need.
So Transformers actually has this. There's this channel called it's a YouTube channel or not YouTube. It's online. It's called is it Machinima or something like that? Some fucking stupid Japanese thing. Anyways,
That's a good way to get an audience.
They had this I can't think of the word. It's like It's like Machinima or something like that. But they have this this Transformers series that they were running on there, and it's like this 3-parter where it's got the classic designs with these like almost Beast Wars-esque like animation style, a little different. And they bring back some of the classic vocals that do the voices, but then they have this horrible storyline. Like this story's terrible. I don't understand why they don't just come out and make like a sick Transformers TV series, like cartoon-wise, that like literally will just be for adults to watch.
I mean, honestly, when I go back and watch like things that remake, like touching my childhood, I like to watch the X-Men Juggernaut bitch. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah.
Those guys, that was gold. I mean,
that was gold.
It really was.
They never did anything else, though.
I wish they did more.
I know.
I could have just watched like a whole Juggernaut series based on that character.
Well, did you ever see the Blundercats?
Quit fucking with my head, Charles!
Yeah. The Blundercats was always
I'm
the
a
one I go.
part-time stripper and I do hair.
Which apparently, by the way,
Oh, Charles, get the fuck out of my head, Charles!
apparently the Thundercats are supposed to be doing their own movie, or He-Man's supposed to be doing their own movie. Stuff like both of those are supposed to be getting greenlit for their own thing.
Yep.
Like Thor Ragnarok already made your movie better than you're going to make it. So like, why even do it at this point?
That's where the Marvel movies have been so good. They're also they start to get into that different territory now. That's where they're getting better, actually. Some of them.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that they have a big problem coming soon because they're running out of their A-list characters, which eventually you're going to be telling stories of characters they don't care. And this is why the Fox merger is important, because when that happens, you'll be able to bring back in the Fantastic Four. You'll be able to reboot the X-Men. You'll be able to do all this stuff that, like, those are going to be your golden characters to go forward with.
To me, like Fantastic Four is great and all, but when you're talking about Marvel and what they need some better rogues to set up the future. And the Fantastic Four had those properties, and now they got them. So that was a big win for that alone.
Yeah, John Krasinski is apparently the guy that everybody's saying behind the scenes is going to be Mr. Fantastic.
I don't even care who that Mr. Fantastic is. I like Doctor Doom's more important.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty...
Because he's more important to the Marvel Universe.
How do you include him though? That's my question. Not Doctor Doom, but if they get X-Men, they get Fantastic Four back. How do you include them into the Marvel Cinematic Universe? That makes sense. Because where the fuck were the X-Men during the Battle of New York?
I mean, you already got Inhumans, and so, like, what you could do is you could kind of retcon the Inhumans thing to say some people are mislabeled as Inhumans where they've been mutants the whole time.
Yeah, but they've already canned the Inhumans. That's, like, not a thing anymore.
They've canned the movie, but the concept of being an Inhuman is still in the Marvel Universe.
I guess.
I mean, Scarlet Witch.
Is she technically an Inhuman? Because I thought she got her abilities from the Soul Gem or the Mind Stone.
I mean, they were introduced like the Inhuman stock of sort of things like at the time where they're pushing that, and then the Shield Agents of Shield show where they talk about Inhumans all the fuck.
Yeah, because aren't they doing like experiments or whatever, and that's when they're the only two that came out of the fucking experiments that had the fucking.
Yeah, but they're doing the experiments as a result of using Loki's scepter, which had the Mind Stone. It had nothing to do with the Terrigen Mist or whatever the hell they call it.
But maybe that's why they experimented on them, because they had the
they already had the Inhuman gene.
Right.
All right.
Oh, we getting the hook?
No, not even. I was getting an email notification. All right. I think this is probably a good place to end it anyways. We've been talking about nothing related to Venom for about an hour, so...
Yeah, I don't know what you're going to title this podcast.
I'm going to do Venom and other stuff.
Yeah. Maybe other stuff plus Venom review with the first, like...
Other stuff and a little bit of Venom.
Yeah.
I will.
What's your final thoughts on Venom? You haven't given us
that. My final thoughts on Venom is that from the beginning, I knew it was going to fail because I wanted the Spider-Man tie-in, and I already expected this movie to be dog shit. And when I saw it, some of the humor and some of the dialogue was better than I expected it could be. But overall, this movie was a severe disappointment for me.
Are you expecting... I'm kind of expecting like a cult following attached to this movie.
You think so? What, like a Hellboy 2?
Well,
which, by the way, Hellboy 2 is way better than this movie.
Like a Tom Hardy, like, fanboy culture, like, being attached to it. Plus, Venom's got his own fanboy culture where, like, he really, like... I mean, honestly, he invokes cool memories and nostalgia. But
he's a cool character.
He's not that great of a villain
or
outside of the nostalgia. Or the hero part, right? Like, there's a reason why those comics died, and died hard when he spun off.
Yeah, he's not good.
No. So, I mean, like... and then they're trying hard to make him relevant again right now in the comics. Like, they're really pushing on this new launch of his new... The new comic line's wicked cool.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter because this movie's got nothing to do with that. Yeah. Like, they earned that comic run because Venom's been around for fucking 15, 20 years now. So...
Yeah, they went full lethal protector time slot on this one.
Yeah, it's not good. It was definitely disappointing for me. What about you?
I had no problem with it. I liked it.
You did?
I mean, it just like doesn't. Every movie I see.
You're kind of like that with most things, though. I feel like you're just like, yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, but like I'd watch it again.
You'd watch it again.
Would you watch another movie made on this character?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you're gonna have to worry about that. I believe this movie will never have a sequel.
I doubt it. I bet they will be.
You think so?
I can't picture them doing that last scene and then being like, all right, we're just gonna can it and not do another one.
They did with Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
I mean, they could. I mean, we'll see.
But also, I think like Tom Hardy's a bigger actor, and I mean,
depends on how much money this movie makes.
I want to say, I'm telling you, I think it was like maybe it was the opening night or whatever, but it was like the most money.
For Thursday, I heard for Thursday previews, it made like 10 or $12 million, which is the most a movie in October's made for that preview run.
So based on how much they spent on it versus how much it makes, it'll be interesting to see. Like,
I think they only I don't know how much it cost to make this movie, but I was told it was low budget compared to what it actually. Well, I mean, I don't know how much it's going to take in, but comparatively to like an Avengers movie, which is like $1 billion to make for both movies together, the 3 and 4, like this was like.
Why isn't everything low
60
budget
or
compared
80?
to that though?
Yeah, but so some movies are like the Transformers movies cost like $150 million to make, or like $250 million to make, or something like that, and then like Deadpool, the first Deadpool was like $50 million, or something like that.
So it's probably in that realm.
Probably a little more because of the CGI factor in this.
Yeah.
Not that Deadpool doesn't have CGI, but like.
I mean, actually, you're gonna give Venom credit for that much. It's probably better CGI than Colossus was.
Colossus is terrible CGI. And I feel like they didn't even in Deadpool 2. They were like
really needs to up their CGI game.
Oh, it's horrible.
I mean, it's not as bad as Warner Brothers, but
It's bad. It's pretty bad.
between Colossus and
Colossus
Silver
is a
Samurai,
cartoon, dude. Colossus is a cartoon character.
Well, like Silver Samurai is.
Yeah.
And like, what's his name? Steppenwolf. That guy's a dumbass.
I think Steppenwolf looks as he's bad looking, but I think he's as bad looking as Colossus is. Colossus looks totally cartoon.
I know, there's just more of Steppenwolf. That's the problem.
That's true.
That's the problem.
Did you see Deadpool 2?
You know what? I rented it on PlayStation Network
And never watched it?
Never watched it.
Oh, I need to see that.
Did it what's the expiry on your rental?
Oh, it's over.
It's gone. I gotta rent it again. It's funny. Not to keep going on this podcast.
I just know
but
Terry Crews dies in it. That's about what I know.
yeah, they all die.
Yeah. His
X-Force.
His X-Force squad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Which I love the fact that he rips on like trying to universe build just to kill them all.
It's hilarious, though.
It really is.
So the
Like Domino? Like they kill her?
she lives.
Oh.
Her power is sick. When they show the luck working for her,
Oh, okay.
it's amazing. You didn't see it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my god!
I
I want to.
I want
So
to
there's
watch
two amazing cameos, and if you can pick out the character who's doing one of these cameos in the beginning of the movie, I would be shocked.
Okay.
Like literally, like when Cable shows up in our timeline, he walks up and there's two hillbillies on a truck. One of them's in severe like makeup, and it's
Yeah.
an actor that like the only reason I knew it is because I was watching it on Amazon and it's got like actors that show up at the bottom of the screen when I paused it, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here!
Oh, that's
Like I had
funny.
no idea it was this actor, and then like I'm like, which one? And then like I was like, when I found, I was like, that's crazy. And then I don't know if it's a real cameo or not, so I'll spoil this one for you. There's a visible character in the movie,
Yeah.
and when he dies, he gets electrocuted. It's Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
He just cuts to Brad Pitt's face getting electrocuted.
Yeah.
But I think they added it in. I don't think he's
invisible.
Yeah.
Like the entire movie is just invisible.
So he only shows up when he's recruiting for X-Force.
Is there any dialogue?
What about the guy that like just like he's like the normal dude? Like he's like parachutes.
Phil or Pete or something like
Did
that.
he get killed?
Peter. It might be. So they all of X-Force except for Domino and Deadpool die when they parachute out of the plane.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's it. They all die in different ways, and some of them are horrible.
It's so bad.
But this movie's all about time travel. Like Deadpool 2 is all about time travel. So when Deadpool at
they
the
make
end,
it all like
at
they
the
can
end
be
of the
like
movie,
these, like, badass guys.
Slight
They're all
spoiler
dead.
for you guys, but like he gets Cable like goes back to his timeline, I think, or he stays in the present. I don't remember what happens to Cable, but basically
He decides to get dished.
his time travel device, like Deadpool has, he gets it.
Oh, he's
and then
still
like
Cable.
so then like and then he has the teenage Negasonic Warhead or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
That character from the first movie. Her and like someone else, the X-Man, should like work on it and fix it, and then
Yeah.
he gets it. And all of a sudden he's going back and doing all these. It's literally the last few scenes of the movie. They're like post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
He's going back and like updating all these timelines and like he goes. It's amazing. He
Like
goes.
go like kick Hitler in the nuts or something like that.
Not Hitler, but like you see him, he goes and shoots Ryan Reynolds in the head for accepting the Green Lantern script, and he does all these things, and then he saves Peter or Phil. Like he goes, like he goes.
From what, Phil from from
The guy?
Yeah, because so they all land, like they're all dying.
Calcifer certainly.
No.
I'm like,
So they all
what?
land and they're all dying and everything like that. But like that one guy, like Peter, I can't remember his name for some reason, but he lands and then he dies after. So like,
Yeah.
as soon as he lands, he's like, "Woo, that was crazy, boy!" And Deadpool's like, "Get the fuck out of here, man!" He goes, "Trust me." He goes, "I love you too much. I don't want to see what." He's like, "Just go home." He goes, "Yeah, all right." Because the parachute was enough action for me, anyways. And he just like walks off and lives. But it's like,
That's awesome.
yeah, no, it's
That's funny.
Would you say that was as good as the first one?
I didn't like it as much as Deadpool 1, but like the jokes are better. If
Yeah,
that makes
I would
sense.
say the Green Lantern jokes. Hopefully, they're done with after this one because like he's made his point.
It's great though. His
It is funny, but like it's not as funny anymore.
No, when he kills him, it's amazing, and
Yeah.
he fixes the X-Men Origins Wolverine timeline too. Like you see literally
Oh.
the scene of Hugh Jackman getting ready to fight. He's like, "Wait, is that you?" And he's getting ready to fight that Deadpool from that movie,
Yeah.
and then the real Deadpool shows up and kills that Deadpool. And then he goes, "Don't worry, Hugh." He's like, "I love you." He calls him Hugh. I think he calls him Hugh. He goes, "I'll fix this." He goes, "I'll fix this too."
Yeah.
And then he leaves.
Logan, he
That's
calls him you.
awesome.
And it just keeps cutting back to like different images of like Wolverine from like the movie, but it's
Yeah.
not him. Obviously, he's not
Yeah.
filming it, and it's hilarious. So it's worth it for that stuff. And then the Juggernaut's in the movie, which is cool, but like only a little bit cool. I mean,
I mean, when I hear the Juggernaut, like the that YouTube Juggernaut's replaced like just Juggernaut for me and everything.
Plus that X3 Juggernaut. It's like one of the worst things.
Who was that played him again? It was
the dude from Snatch, and like he's like that British guy. Like
he used to be a soccer player.
hooligan.
What the hell was his name though? I can't think of his name for some reason.
Bullet Tooth Tony.
Bullet Tooth Tony.
Yeah, we'll call him that. That's what I.
It is Bullet Tooth Tony.
Yeah.
I love Snatch. I try to get Sarah to watch that
too.
I tried to get Sarah to watch that too. we got 15 minutes into Snatch, and she was like, I don't understand what anyone is saying, and I'm like, it's English. How do you not understand what people are saying? That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's one of my favorite things of all time.
Man, how many final thoughts have we had now?
Too many. This podcast should just be renamed Final Thoughts. It's like a never-ending story. Oh man! All right, that's gonna do it. If anybody's even listening to this podcast at this point, that'd be crazy. But if you like what you saw here, you will not get content like this next time I do a video because it'll be probably just me.
So wait, if they like it, they should not watch it again?
Yeah, that just makes sense.
Hang on. If you like it,
doesn't even make sense.
If you like this video for the Venom stuff, that's more likely what you're going to be getting on my podcast. But if you like this banter, this is only going to happen whenever I can have people in studio. So that's going to do it for me. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and we'll catch you later.